So last time we were getting chased around the alleys of Caperton. Stop getting chased around. Went go find a guard named Solomon again. To go break Locke's dad out of prison.
Yay!
Break quotations. Or release quotations. Based off of the forgery that we gave. Met up with him and other people at the mage's place and teleported back to Yukiege, where Locke's family had interesting conversations. And then we proceeded to have an argument or slight disagreement of what to do next.
A debate.
A debate on what to do next.
Yep. And we eventually came to a tentative agreement. I do not for the life of me remember what it was because it was 2 weeks ago plus
we were going to go talk to the mayor.
Yes.
About like, hey, here's this situation. We pissed off a necromancer, so yeah, and he knows where we live.
Fuck him up.
Yeah, well, sorry.
Well, we better start teaching everyone in town how to dance to the beat.
Reference to a game that they may not know.
I do know the game.
I understand that reference. Ghost wouldn't shut up about it once upon a time.
No.
It's a good game.
I haven't played it, so I wouldn't know.
I recently got it. It's interesting. It's hard, but it's interesting. I like it.
Jumping into the game here, the consensus was you're going to speak with the mayor, Shield Buff, to inform him of what was going on and sort of try to fortify the town over this possible attack that Norro may be sending your way. Well, this then leads to probably a couple days of spent in Caperton doing whatever it is. Yeah. As was put in the chat there, variety hours. To try to figure out what it is, how you are going to handle the next couple of days. One of which was involved visiting the mayor. So, if that was the that's where we're going to go ahead and start our focus here. Who all is going to go visit the mayor to speak to him? This is the following day after your little soft debate argument. Because it was at nighttime when you guys had that chat.
Yeah. As I am currently recalling, Locke had made it clear he wanted to stay with his family for the time being, so he's not going to be there for that.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I think we're all going to bed.
Everyone going to bed, and then everyone but Locke going to talk to Shield Buff.
Sounds right.
Yep. Alrighty. And again, same as was previously established, everyone but Locke is sleeping at the tavern. Locke has a bed in the loft in his mother's library. So.
Because family.
Indeed.
It comes with benefits. Get your brains out of the gutter.
The family tax.
And the mayor's house is, of course, up here. Whoops. There we go. So it is then the following morning. And I guess all four of you just go straight to the mayor's house, unless you have anything else you were doing. Yeah. Who's knocking on the door?
All right. don't have to twist my arm about it. Where is it?
Cad rolled a natural 20 for initiative for some reason.
Against the door.
I don't
Against
know. It's like, all right, who wants to kick in the door? Okay, fine, I'll do it. I knock on the door.
Yep. Alright, so.
Do I successfully hit the door?
I mean, it's not hard at the door.
Okay.
I mean, the saying is, you couldn't hit the broadside of a barn, but
Because
But
the
I
only
rolled a nat 20, so
well, that's not an attack. That's initiative. You just go first.
well, fine. I beat out the door in turn order. I knock on the door before it can react. Surprise round.
Of course, yes.
Why are we? Okay. All right. Okay. Okay. All right. Okay. All right.
This is going to be interesting. So,
These are the people I call my friends.
You're welcome.
I never said thank you.
You're welcome.
Well, fuck you.
Alright. So Cat knocks on the door. There's a brief pause before it is answered by said little wizened old gnome person. How early do you guys begin this venture to the mayor's house?
Reasonable hours, not stupid early.
I mean, it's light out. I would hope.
So
Yeah.
like
Oh,
8 a.m.
which means I have to do shit.
You have to pick spells and things.
Yeah, I know. I have to go through and pick, like, what do I want to use today?
Mm-hmm. So... Okay. It's, reasonable enough time. The wizened old gnome is a bit... very much not the early bird type, but he is awake and he is doing things. He's just a tad grumpy. And upon seeing this mini little entourage of 4 people coming to visit, he just... and... I'll get him. And he turned around, goes into the back office place to get shield buff, and then you have Warforged. Also, it's worth noting that you have a Dragonborn Valzita with you who has not visited the mayor before.
Oh, okay.
She was following along with Cad. Is Cad in disguise or is Cad Loxodon?
I would assume that I am Loxodon, and
Mhm.
I could disguise the hat as a different hat, but me still be myself, right?
I mean, no one necessarily would know anything special about the hat, but yeah, sure.
Okay, so
Just
I
a
am
tiny
big...
bowler hat.
Yes. I was going to say some dapper little hat. Not some big floppy hat of what the heck, but some dapper little gentleman's hat.
Yes. Alright. So, effectively, what you would be doing there is the Hat of Disguise allows you to change your attire and clothes to be whatever you want. So, theoretically, you could just change your attire and only change the hat, and then huzzah.
That was what I was thinking, yeah.
So, I mean, you could even change the attire to make it look like you're not even wearing a hat, but you want to wear a hat because dapper. So,
of course.
Yeah. So, Gnome goes into the back, and then we have Warforged, and Valzita is temporarily, confused at the prospect of a Warforged being a mare, but she smiles warmly, and, yeah.
Yeah, just go with it.
What brings all of you here today? Says the mayor.
in a very respectful way, I take off my hat for a moment, turning it into its big, magey looking hat, and then back into the dapper hat on my head. What was it? The Norro. Yeah, we wanted to make sure that the townspeople knew that they might need to stay safe. We might have made someone mad.
That's a very tactful way of saying that. Good job.
Mm.
We may have made someone mad.
Okay. What sort of someone? Do we need to fortify the town? What are you expecting here?
We don't know.
Okay. Well, we can put forth the effort with the people in town to fortify it as best we can. I can only hope that whoever it is that you may have angered is not going to outright destroy an entire town. But I suppose there's no telling what sort of crazy, insane folks that adventurers such as yourself can come across. Yeah. And he goes about, basically starting to report and get townspeople together and setting up for towns meetings and other various such things. It's all mostly sort of I mean, it's town business, which you guys don't necessarily have to be in there in the meetings for, especially considering you don't know what to really expect. But suffice it to say, it's reasonable to say that you guys tell him what you do know about Norro, I would assume. And yeah, they go about getting similar to what happened with the fire, where they were trying to, use different mages in town, to try to fortify the city as best they can. They would have to go out and get trades and supplies and things like that to really build a wall or some craziness. But yeah, it's reasonable to say you have succeeded in warning the town. Yes. Which on that, Locke, in all of your whatever sort of exchanges you're having with your parents and things, someone does come by to speak to Alessandra because she is a mage, so she is going to help fortify and protect the town with what spells and repertoire that she has. Which then lends Fredrick to say that he has a few tricks of his own, and yeah, he can help as well.
Neat. Locke is keeping a very close eye on him.
Alright. So yeah. What are you all going to do to try to protect the city? Oak and Yang are basically working with those that are trying to, I mean, it's treated as a sort of since they don't really know what's coming, there's not a whole lot of specifics that they can do to fortify the town, short of working together to build up barricades or warning signs in case something's coming or something of that nature.
Other than the fact is we told him it's a necromancer.
Yeah.
Also, I would have introduced Valzita and said that she would be looking for something a little bit more peaceful to do around the office. If there's anything she could do to help, she's really talented and in need of work.
Which, simple enough. The gnome is very much okay with having a secretary, as it were. Even though technically that's what he was to begin with.
The secretary's secretary.
Yes.
I'm not the bottom rung anymore. Yes.
More like I don't have to
work.
More like I don't have to do as much work anymore. The secretary makes the first secretary not a secretary anymore.
Sure.
Secretary, first class. Secretary,
Like
second
when-
class. That's what we got going on right here, basically.
It's like when a pirate ship gets a new swabby, the old swabby is promoted because you can only have one swabby.
The fuck is a swabby?
Bottom rung of pirate people.
Basically,
The
they
person
just
that's kicked
clean.
around and berated. And
Okay. I will take your word for it? Question mark?
okay, look,
Wow.
I'm an expert on this because I played Wind Waker. Okay. Anyway,
Yes, because that's totally a PhD in pirate history.
Yes. All right. So,
Enough for this shit.
yeah. What is everybody doing with their time at the moment?
Well, like I said, Locke is keeping an eye on Fredrick, and in so doing, helping out Alessandro with any magical side of defenses however he can. His options are limited being a warlock, but if it's within his power, he's helping.
Okay.
how long are we going to be preparing the town? Is it like hours or days or what?
I mean, due to not having a whole lot of specific resources, it's probably going to take maybe about a couple hours to most of the day to build what you can, and then at that point you're mostly just people doing watches in case something comes up. So
I'd probably volunteer to help with heavy lifting or whatever I would be the best assistance for.
right.
I'd be a gopher for free hire.
Yep. And what is Silver doing to help out? Anything specific?
I was gonna say she was gonna go try to do research, but
I mean, you could. What sort of research are you looking into?
gosh, don't know how much would be in because we only have one library.
Well, I mean, you
Kinda.
have you technically have a Alessandra's library that has mostly like arcane and history sort of books, and then you have like the library, what amounts to a library that is the mayor's, that constitutes a much more sort of mechanical and functional.
That's the thing. She would be going over to, I guess, Locke's home, but
Yeah.
she doesn't want to go in.
What is Silver
So,
looking into
yeah.
specifically?
Well, she's gonna do a couple of things. Like, I'm trying to figure out how to word this. The quick and easy one that's simple enough to do is just try to find something that wards off undead.
Oh.
And then the other thing is she's going to interrogate Locke's dad.
Oh shit.
Well, not really. She says interrogate. She's just gonna ask him a lot of questions.
You slap him across the face and then realize, oh wait, I have to ask you a question first. Then you ask him a question, then you slap him across the face again.
Locke would have popcorn on standby because he'd probably enjoy that.
Family problems intensify.
Random outsider just comes in and starts hitting one of your parents that has not been there for your whole life.
Okay.
Yay, karma!
All right. So, let's see.
It's like, what do you know about Norro?
So, okay.
I'm sorry.
Locke, are you staying in your house? Or are you out helping with?
I am out helping with the things with Alessandro. If that is with Fredrick, if Fredrick is there, then I'm with him too. If he stayed at home, then right now Fredrick is being left alone.
Okay. So, I was going to say that the township was starting to start to build up things, and Silver comes into the house without anyone in the library to guide her. But with that,
She puts the door open and be like, "Hi, I'm here for a minute."
there's no one there.
She has her slapping hand like at a right angle up, waiting.
Okay.
She's
So-
just like, "I got my bitch slap. Where's everyone?"
Go ahead and roll for me an investigation check to see if you can find any books on necromancy specifically.
Sure. Investigation 3.
Oh no!
There's books in this room. Have you seen this room?
Yeah, there's lots of books in here, and most of them are magic and whatnot.
Yeah. Okay. Well, crap.
You have no one here to help guide you to try to find what it is you're looking for, though. And she has a surprisingly a lot of books for it being a somewhat small library.
It's just like, okay. Let's try this book. It's like, this looks important.
You have found a magic book about abyssal creatures. Sure.
Huh. Sure. Why not?
Says nothing about any sort of like necromancy or zombies or anything crazy like that, but you do learn a few things about various different demons if you choose to take the time to read it a little bit.
She's just gonna be like, no one's here, I just gotta find books, I'll just read a little bit at a time and find a different book. Like, jumping around the library. It's like there's a pile that's slowly starting to grow of just like books.
Yep. Eventually, I suppose Locke and Fredrick, since their repertoires of magic are not necessarily the strongest stores in comparison to someone like Alessandra, they sort of return to the library and find Silver buried in books ever so slightly.
Yeah, there's just like 3 piles of different heights. She's like, I can't find anything!
Yep. Fredrick sort of like, wait. Are you looking for something specific?
Yes. Yes, a book for it. She has like made kind of like a little defensive wall that she's just like in a chair behind, just trying to read at the table.
This town is about to be attacked by an army of the dead in 2 days, and you're in here playing Twilight Sparkle.
Well, She's trying to find something that could be helpful, but
I know, I'm giving you shit.
that's fine.
Hey, at least she's not levitating books around.
No, but if she starts getting angry, books are flying.
If she learns animate object, then oh shit.
Alrighty, anyway.
What is with us today?
I don't know. Anyway, it's
Sorry,
fine.
4 hours of sleep, and then like a 2-hour nap.
So,
Can a book be used as a weapon?
Absolutely.
Technically.
Improvised weapon.
improvise.
I could use magic weapon on it. Just like make it glow and just toss it at someone and be like, whap.
You could.
Oh, then you go to the market and you try and talk people into buying your magical book, and then when they finally do, they read through it and realize there's nothing magical about it at all, but it gives them a +1.
Anyway. Alright. So, well, yeah, what is Locke's take on this, on Silver and her book fort?
Oh, he's with Fredrick when he walks in?
I would assume he is. You said you were going to be
Right.
staying close to Fredrick.
Fair enough, I kind of zoned out there for a second, wasn't totally paying attention. Would Locke know the layout of the place by now? Because, I mean, like, he's been all over the place, but this is technically where he lives, so will he have, like, the layout of the shelves figured out by now?
Oh yeah.
Or this...
Well,
When
wouldn't you know like most of the books anyway?
I mean,
Alright.
there's that, and you do know the layout, because even though, you know, this is a different library than the one you grew up in, I actually had, in last session, Fredrick say that, you know, it's a different room, it's a different place, but everything still looks the same. And
Right.
so, yeah, this place
Same
is,
organizational structure, alright.
the organization and everything of it is the same as your mother's library previously. It's just a little bit smaller.
Alright.
For what it's worth, for what it's worth, you had something close to, because it was a bigger city and a magical elven-based city in Sevanora. In Sevanora, you had Twilight's castle and her library. Here, this is her tree library.
The Golden Oaks, gotcha. Okay. Okay. Alright. So with that in mind, I'll just kind of like raise an eyebrow at Silver, like behind her book fort. Like, so what are you looking for?
First thing that came to mind is wards against necromancy to ward off undead. You know.
Locke saunters up to a shelf right behind her, pulls out a book and hands it to her. Right here.
She just blinks.
I live here. Give me a break. And I
Yeah.
put the book in her hands.
Yeah, okay, thank you. She
You're
closes
welcome.
her current book, which is like some weird fairy tale, and just sets it off to the side.
The pig under the blanket. That's an old one.
I don't understand it.
You're not supposed to. It's for like 2-year-olds.
Oh.
It's for like high elven 2-year-olds. So
Oh. Oh
So-
god.
So they're like 30, but they're 2. So
Yes,
no,
but
like literally 2.
wow. Okay.
Shit, now someone has to put up. All right, and Locke's gonna start putting the books away.
okay, and so we're just gonna start reading.
Alrighty. Well, the big, you know, just considering that this is a magical fantasy world, the big things to help keep away zombies and deal with potential undead threats is through divine magics. Various spells in the repertoire of either a cleric or a paladin. And there's not really any mundane way to keep zombies away, other than the logical thing of not making anyone mad who can control a zombie horde. So
And holy water.
yeah, holy water would work. It would deal potential radiant damage to undead and such things.
So we spike Yukiege's water supply with holy water, so that if anyone comes in, they can't drink the water.
Or you build a moat all around Yukiege that's holy water.
And then they put a bridge over it. Come on now.
Or we just go around and start blessing every single fucking building.
I bless this tree.
You get a blessing.
And,
you
like-
get a blessing. Everybody gets a blessing.
Yes.
The gods love this fucking town because I tell them to.
Join us next time for divine intervention.
Hey, alrighty.
I don't know what's wrong with us today. We're just really weird and hyper.
It's okay. It's okay. It's fine. It's a nice little palate cleanser for what may happen later. Anyway,
Oh shit!
Yeah.
You had to say it. You had to say it.
I mean, anyway, so,
It's just be like. So, does she find any ward symbols or anything?
any what?
Like symbols or anything like she can go and like make to like protect areas other than like holy water and shit.
I mean, I'm sure there's. Is there like,
Who's here's the level 20 cleric or paladin?
and no one here.
Oh shit. I was gonna sit there and be like, yeah, let's just do this giant like go bless around this town and stuff, and then I realized, oh, Silver's only level 7.
Yeah.
It's like something this big. She's like, you need to be a lot higher.
Yeah, you don't really have any high level clerics in this town, though. After this whole event, Shield Buff might go out and find one if the village is in fact attacked by a bunch of zombies.
There is actually apparently an undead ward, which creates it's a very high level cleric ability. It's the same as turn undead, but you basically protect an area so that nothing can enter it or cross past it. So apparently there is such a thing.
Yeah, that's right. High level.
I inquired of ye olde Google book from the library.
What was it?
That must
Was
be
it a warding
That's
spell
an
or something?
ancient tech.
Look up undead ward. It says that it's also in 5e, I think. No, never mind. It says and 5 more. Never mind. I saw 5 and stopped caring.
The sentence can be
Um,
taken many ways depending on context.
Or yeah. Oh wait, what's this?
D&D does have something. What is it? Mordenkainen's Private Sanctum. Protects an area for 24 hours.
Oh, I know that. Does it require like a pearl or something? Or a bead or something?
Oh,
Urge Google this.
speaking of which, for purposes of image and things, when everybody splits off and goes to different things, we see that Oak goes and speaks with the blacksmith temporarily for a little bit. But yeah. So yeah. You didn't really find anything specifically that could like effectively ward off zombies short of finding a really high level cleric. Or paladin. But I don't know if Silver knows of any of those herself. Unless her commander person would count.
What?
Would your commander dude from your backstory be a paladin?
Yeah. He's in charge of the Paladin branch, the High Commander and stuff, and there was like another one. Well, he's kind of like commander of the whole place, but he is a
Okay.
Paladin. And then
Yeah.
underneath, there's one that takes care. Like, there's two that's under him. One take care of the Paladins, the other take care of the clerics. And yeah, yada yada.
Mm-hmm.
Do I not have the spell?
But yeah, a lot of the potential tactics to protect against that. Oh, there it is.
That looks like the most versatile thing, and I have confirmed it is in 5e. You basically, when you cast it, you designate who triggers it. So in this case, it would be undead.
Interesting.
Oddly enough, it looks like it's Bard, Cleric, Wizard. So, and it's only 3rd level, so it's not even all that high.
Yeah, but I don't think. Because I don't have 3rd level
until
spells.
dispelled or triggered as well. So they theoretically, wizardy people could go around and all around the floor because it says they can be on the floor, on objects, or anything. You could put it on doors and windows and a whole moat of them in the grass. It would take a while to set them all up. It takes an hour a piece, but
well, I'm pretty sure none of us have those spells. So
wait a minute.
What class is your mama?
Wizard.
And it is a 3rd level wizard spell. That's what I'm saying. And your father's a wizard too, right? Or
he's not wizard.
He's magically inclined potentially with tricks.
So if you would, Brian, roll for me just a random straight d20.
Oh shit. Okay.
Roll a 19.
18.
That'll do.
Okay. So yeah, that's actually what is the range on this thing? Upon a surface, a table or section of a floor or wall, then object that can be closed. Choose a surface.
An hour per one to do, but it lasts until it's triggered or gotten rid of.
Area of surface no larger than 10 feet in diameter. So theoretically, if you protected the town in such a way that there were only like either one entrance or the problem with that is it has a limited range. She couldn't literally make a ward that was big enough to cover the whole town.
No. But the idea would be everyone who knows how to do it, they sort of split up and work together to put bunches of them. You could build a wall of these nearly invisible things that take a very high investigation to even notice exist. So they could just, every 10 feet, they space themselves out 10 feet from each other and do them like that. It would take an hour a piece per person.
The other issue is that it requires diamond dust of 200 gold or more value. So to span that much, you'd probably have to have like
we'd probably have to send someone to, what was that mine's name? Oh wait, do we still have a bag of gems, or did we give those to someone at a pleasure house?
I do not remember.
No.
Yeah, Silver gave those gems to Unray.
Yeah, because she had no.
So it could be done. It just would take resources, and it would be somewhat limited to like the front of town or like one section of town.
Let me ask this: how much does a diamond cost in 5e?
Money.
Let's just see what diamonds cost normally.
It's gonna be 10 gold because every shiny stone in 5th edition is 10 gold.
Well,
5,000 gold.
Yeah, 5,000 gold.
So
Yeah, we're poor.
We are poor.
that means that you can figure out how many people in town would potentially have a diamond, and each diamond is 25 glyphs.
Yeah, it would be.
Well, I think it's a moot point because I'm not necessarily sure that's a spell that's necessarily at our immediate disposal. I mean, yeah, my character's mother is a wizard, but I'm pretty sure she's divination based.
Yeah, she's heavily divination based, but that doesn't necessarily mean she doesn't have access to this kind of a spell.
I mean, did you ever establish her spell list?
Not directly, but I could see her having
You
something
should.
like this based on the context of the spell. I had,
Right.
in my mind, I had the kind of spells that she would have access to. But then again, that's why I had you roll that d20. Because I was going to, since I haven't actually made her spell list yet, I was going to make it a chance that she doesn't actually have it. But you rolled high enough that I gave it to you. So yes, she does have it.
Okay.
But it's just getting the materials to do that with. But ultimately, it can be found, and people can pull resources together to, like do this in the when they go out to go do a supply run. They can go and see if they can get diamonds from like more densely populated and marketed areas such as Rydell or whatever. They're not going to go to Caverton because they were told that this is potentially going to come from Norro, who is in Caverton, so not that way.
What was the mining town called, or the mine called?
There was one near Yukiege and one near Rydell. That potentially could be mines where such things could be found. You were the one that had the name for that, but I forget what it was that you called it.
I think you should make an image that has all the town names that we've discovered labeled, and you should make it a handout.
I mean, that would be
Sometime around
towns, but that would not be places like a mine. But anyway, so yeah, this could be something that could be done with Wix in betwixt all of the supply runs and things of that nature to put things together. Yeah. So those other things that Silver was wanting to do.
Yes. Sorry,
And you
I'm
do-
just trying to read something
But-
because everywhere that I've been looking, for the thing called a spell called Turn Undead, everywhere I've been finding keeps saying level 4 paladin. And I'm past level 4.
It might have been for a specific brand of paladin that you're not.
Maybe.
Because Turn Undead is a channel divinity thing, and channel divinity would not be something. Locke, why are you having fun with an arrow?
Passing the time while you all keep hashing out technicalities. I'm waiting for the story to resume.
Sorry.
Yes. All right. So,
Yeah, so not really much from the books, I guess. That's helpful. But like, okay. What is Fredrick doing?
Fredrick and Locke were the ones that were found you in your book fort.
That's fine, and I had interactions with Locke. But
Yep.
what is Fredrick
Fredrick
doing?
is now, at this point, he is taking a rest in the library itself with you guys. And he seems a little bit better than he was when he was in the
Yeah,
prison,
he
at
probably
least.
had proper food.
He's eating some donuts.
He's had bath, he's had food. Oh yeah, Locke, when you went out and started to help your mother, there was a tray of donuts on your front doorstep thing, or your library doorstep thing.
Oh yeah, that's right. Because people were nice and had donuts brought. Okay.
Yes. Apparently,
So
Locke is a sucker for sweets.
he's 16 or 17 at this point. Hey.
Yep.
I mean, he was 16 when this story started. Has it been long enough that we're past what I
No.
described as his birthday is yet? Okay, so he's
Nope,
still
not
16.
quite. He's still 16.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's past Riven's birthday.
It did pass Riven's birthday, but that's okay.
And she isn't even here.
Yeah, she's not here.
God damn it.
It passed her birthday.
No, the thing is, she was here for her birthday. She just didn't tell anyone.
Oh, fuck you.
The more you know, sparkle, sparkle.
You had to tell me that, didn't you?
Well, I didn't tell you what day it was.
And Locke wouldn't know anyway, so.
It was yesterday.
Piss in your cereal.
Ew.
Please don't.
Anyway, moving on.
All right, so yeah, Locke's
Yeah.
been nibbling on those all day then while making sure, there's plenty left for his folks.
Fredrick has had a few as well.
I should imagine the guy's scrawny as a twig.
Yeah. Silver's gonna look at Locke and be like, "Can I ask him a few questions?"
Yeah, sure.
Okay. How is Fredrick sitting? Is he at a table or anything?
I would imagine there's a table in her library for like dinner, breakfast and whatnot.
Okay, so you can get around on both sides.
Yeah.
She's just gonna walk up on the other side of him and stuff and just slam both her hands down on the table and be like, "What do you know about Norro?"
That
Locke immediately goes to get a donut to whispering, "Oh, this is gonna be good."
He had a reason to put you in jail. What do you know?
Okay. First of all, not a whole lot more than you guys do. And second, if I'm a treasure hunter.
What did you find then?
I found an artifact that he particularly cared about, and he took it from me, and then I took it back, and then he threw me in jail. So,
But you found the artifact for him.
I didn't find it for him. I found it, and then he found out that I had it, and then he stole it from me. Then I stole it
And
back.
what was this artifact?
It was a magical helmet, basically. It shielded against spells like detect thoughts and awaken mind. It was a mental shield.
Makes sense. Like Locke is like within chatting distance of this.
Yeah.
Munch, munch, munch.
It makes sense. If he's dabbling in illegal necromancy, he wouldn't want any schmuck who happens to know those spells to just tap into his thoughts and figure it out. That'd be exceedingly inconvenient for him.
Exactly.
So where'd you steal back this helmet from, other than Caperton?
Well, there was ruins and other various such magical places that not even really part of this kingdom that I used to travel to and explore.
But I'm asking, how did you get the helmet back from Norro, other than stealing it? Where was it at? Like, base of like trying to figure out where his base of operation might be so far.
Where what would be?
Norro is a necromancer. We're trying
Right.
to find him. Well, not really find him, just know.
Know things about him so that it'll be easier for us to plan around it.
That.
And one thing about those is, like, does he have like any hideouts outside of probably his noble house in the city? Because we know he has a house in Caberton. It only makes sense that he'd have a house in Caberton.
Right. So where did you steal back the helmet from?
I stole back the helmet from a very dark, very creepy cave system that was up north near Caracol. Which, Locke, roll wisdom.
Is that the place we've already been?
If you remember it is, then yes it is. Yes it is.
Wait, no, hold on. That's charisma. I rolled wrong.
What's your bonus
Roll-
to what's your bonus to wisdom?
No bonus.
Okay,
It's
so
a 15.
it would have been a 15 by itself, so yeah, you'd still know.
Okay. Yeah, we were there. Cleaned it out. More or less. Broke his teleportation circle there, so we can't go back there.
Well, hey, he'll hate that. Good job.
Oh, I'm sure he does. I'm sure he hates us.
So how'd you get past all that undead?
Um,
Oh, never mind. Scratch that. Please scratch that.
okay.
Silver wasn't there when you guys went into the cave.
Right.
Yeah,
So
she
then
would,
I instead will ask, so how did you get past all the undead? Or were there any?
there were some. The thing about undead, especially ones that aren't being specifically commanded or animated, they're not all that perceptive. And similar to you, Locke, Fredrick snaps his fingers and turns invisible. And then snaps his fingers and comes back.
Well, you wasted a spell for the day. You could have just said so.
I don't intend on fighting anything anytime soon.
Hmm.
Besides, if Norro is going to send some sort of zombie horde to come and attack us, which would be very unintelligent on his part, it's going to
That's
take
what I've
several
been
days.
saying.
It'll be several days before before they get here.
Right.
But that does give us time to prep, and I used a lot of my spells out there prepping to protect the town anyway. So,
All right.
any other questions? Silver, was it? Or
Ira.
Ira? Yes. I mean, he used up all of his spells mostly for the day anyway, except for maybe 2 or 3, so he's not going to have a lot at his disposal and doesn't think there's going to be any danger for a couple days, so why not just be a little bit of a show-off?
How did you find out that the artifact was there?
In the ruins, you mean?
No, when you stole it back. How
Well,
did
I
you
mean-
track it?
I was able to see that he stole it from me by virtue of I was able to find it again. I have means at my disposal to find lost objects. It's a handy trick to have as a treasure hunter.
Yeah. If you know exactly what you're looking for, yeah. And also the fact that doesn't most of it have an unlimited range though?
Most of it, yes. But if I can get the general idea of a set of where ruins are, then I can go to that area, go into the ruins, and then use said ability to scour the ruins without tripping any traps. Though I'm not perfect, I have tripped a few in my time.
Alright. It's just that area is a bit of a ways from Caverton.
It is. I found it. I made the mistake of showing those around me, and someone got word of it who, I guess, worked with Norro in some capacity, and then informed Norro that I had such a thing, and then he sent someone to steal it from me, and then I found that he got it. I went to him to steal it back in Caracol, and then,
So you knew he was in Caracol already.
well, I had to search around for a while before I found that. This just several years ago, okay? There's back before he even threw me in prison. Forgive me if I don't remember all the details.
Does he still have this helmet of no mind reading?
I would assume so. Unless someone else stole it back.
No, I don't see that likely. Alright, well. Anything else we need to cover here?
No, that's pretty much all I can think of.
Alright, Locke finishes off his donut. I'm gonna head out and see if there's any more work that needs to be done around town.
Mind so much if I rest here for a while?
I mean, I gesture around. You live here now, so we're in the library, right?
Yeah, you are.
Yes.
Okay. So yeah, I just run. Well, I mean, do you live here now? So, yeah, go for it. Knock yourself out.
You've just been watching me all day. I wanted to make sure you're aware that I'm not going anywhere.
You'd better not. I almost got killed several times making sure you could actually be around for a change.
I'll stick around.
Make the most of it. And then Locke heads out.
Alrighty. Going anywhere to Silver, or are you staying in the library, or what you thinking?
She's done. She's just gonna go out.
Alright. Okay, so,
That picture.
Oak went to the blacksmith temporarily in the little exchange of things that he went to the blacksmith. Oak went and got something from the blacksmith. And then Jong was helping other various sorts to try to fortify the town as best she could. She's more nimble than she is tough, per se, so she couldn't necessarily do the same kind of things that Cad could. But yeah, she was working to fortify the town most of the day. And now it is, after building up the town a little bit for most of the day, getting later into the evening, the tavern keep has let those that have done so much work around the town, come in and get some food and rest and other various things. Yeah. You do anything else with your day other than to fortify the town, Cad? Did we lose a person?
Elephant Man.
I'm
Need what?
sorry, I've been telling you in exquisite detail and fantastic articulation with my mic muted.
Oh.
I was wondering why there was no reaction. Okay. Yes. So, after we get to the tavern and I have a chance to sort of be in private in a room or whatever, I have a couple of experiments that I would kind of like to do.
Mm-hmm.
So previously I acquired a working anti-magic collar. The first thing that I would like to try, well, first I want to make sure that if I put it on myself, I would be able to take it off of myself somehow. I imagine it has a key or some sort of locking mechanism or something I could figure out mechanically.
Yeah, it's not hard.
Okay. So the first thing I'd like to try is what happens if I put on the anti-magic collar on myself, and then try and use the entertainment hat.
Works just fine, actually.
Okay. I'm assuming I can get the collar off of myself then.
Yeah, of course.
Okay. The next thing I would like to do is I would like to try somehow or other to stuff the hat through the anti-magic collar and then put this contraption on my head and see if the hat will still work. I have a reason. It's weird, but I have a reason.
Roll dexterity.
Okay.
Dexterity.
It's a bit tricky and awkward, though the hat is like the hat itself is very, soft and easily forced. The trick is
Did it get on my
to
head after?
one, that, and two is to latch the collar around something soft.
True.
So it's a bit tricky, but you do manage to figure out how to get it to work, or at least look like it would work that way. Though balancing it on your head is incredibly awkward. But yeah,
Does the hat still function or anything different happen?
Yeah, the hat doesn't work.
Interesting. That's pretty much all I want to do.
Also,
Arm
the
myself with
hat.
some knowledge and
Also, the hat is now slightly singed, ever so slightly.
But if I take the collar off, it still works, right?
Yes, it works fine after the collar's gone. It just sort of burned the hat a little.
Okay.
Maybe don't do that. You like that hat. We don't want to kill that hat.
I was just curious how some stuff worked. I like having a Batman's utility belt. That means I need to know how everything works.
I mean, fair enough.
I don't want to burn the hat of fun either, okay?
The hat of fun.
Well, actually, it's technically the entertainment hat. That's what I wrote it down in my inventory as.
All right.
Yep.
Entertainment hat.
That's the only thing out of the ordinary that I would be seeking to do.
Alrighty.
Okay.
Alrighty. So, day 2 of, fortifying and working with the town. Does anyone have anything specifically that they want to try to do this day that's different from last time, other than things that you've already done?
Not me.
I guess on this day, I would more, if Locke was out and about, I would probably follow with them and make sure that his family seemed confident that their place was going to be safe, and see if there was anything I could do specifically to help them.
Not really. They've put what few wards they could do around the house itself, and there's not really a whole lot that would require the brute strength of a Loxodon to really do.
Or the friendship of a towering giant.
Well, I mean, yeah, they appreciate the company, obviously. So after a bit on this particular day, where's Silver currently?
They say she's just. How long does it take for Silver to say walk around, do like a perimeter around the town?
I mean, not terribly long. Yukiege is not nearly as big as Caverton, so maybe 3 or 4 hours tops to do a full perimeter.
What kind of perimeter is she doing?
She's just walking.
Oh, just to walk around it? Yeah. It wouldn't take very long.
Yeah. Couple hours, probably. Because for what it's worth, Yukiege is a little bit bigger than this actual map is. This is just like the lower section of it primarily. But yeah. So you're looking at probably 3 or 4 hours to travel the full perimeter and see what everybody's got to help fortify the town. Which is everything from arcane wards and glyphs to like barricades and other such things that would deter creatures that don't have a degree of like the mindlessness that is zombies. You know, about the best they could do.
Idiots, basically.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, if the creature was powerful, creatures was powerful enough, it could probably just jump the barricades or plow through them. But a zombie, that by its typical definition, would have a hard time getting through it.
Okay.
This is not Plants vs Zombies.
Oh.
But yeah. So, Fredrick in the library, he kind of has Locke pulled to the side. Alessandra's went out to do some more work on maintaining the glyphs and whatnot, and he's so you Ira, when she was you are not there, Ira Silver.
Oh.
He's asking a question to Locke about you while you're not there.
Oh, that's classy.
She was looking into holy magics and such things and looking for, I guess, like the divinity to go out and deal with these zombies, which makes sense. Do none of you know like a high-ranking cleric or paladin?
Well, I mean, there's Oak, but I don't know if that's really his specialty, unfortunately.
The Furbolg, you mean?
Yeah, him.
Is he a cleric or a paladin?
Cleric. Although he's also recently taken to playing an instrument, so...
Interesting.
That's what I said.
Okay. So he is a cleric, he just wouldn't necessarily be as high enough rank and power to do such spells as, you know, warding off undead in such a way.
Probably not.
Okay. What do you honestly think that Norro is going to send our way? I mean, he's insane to be sure, but I think you agree with me, he's not going to send some big huge army of zombies to attack.
I mean, if assuming I were in his shoes, I certainly wouldn't. It's too much. It's a stupid plan, first and foremost, absurdly reckless. And considering his position and the fact that he needs that position to get any of the shit he wants to get done, launching a huge attack on a settlement like this with creatures like that, especially given he's probably aware of the fact that we can trace it back to him, would be beyond reckless and foolish in so many ways that it's honestly, it's good that we're prepared, but I don't see it being so big an issue that I don't see these preparations actually seeing much use, honestly. It's good that we have them, but it's just as likely, at least in my, it's just as likely in my eyes that it might be for something that we're not even going to have to put up with.
It's also good to make the town aware of potential danger, whether or not we actually need the defenses to protect the town itself. The protection might alleviate some of the town's anxiety or worry.
To be fair, they wouldn't have even known that there was even a risk of attack until we told them, so that one's kind of on us.
Well, I just think that it's better for the town to be aware of potential danger than to not be. And whether or not, you know, comes to mean anything in this particular attack. Maybe the barricades would be used against someone else. We don't know.
Well, indeed.
Bearing in mind that there's an interesting side to the idea that Fredrick is worried about a town being attacked.
Do you have some history here or something? I mean, I haven't known you all that long, but near as I can tell from the few interactions we've had in the past, and generally what I know about you, you didn't seem to really give much of a damn about a place that wasn't home.
Well, as you said, this is home now.
A valid point.
And I don't know. I just want to do my best to protect a place that is now. I didn't do a good job the first time.
Yeah, I noticed. You know, I forget. I don't remember if I ever actually asked this when I found you in that cell, but what happened with the you're aware that there was an attack on Sevenora after you left, right?
Yeah.
And did you have anything whatsoever to do with that? Were you at all involved? What happened there? Because the whole town blamed you. And without you there to defend your good name, there wasn't any opposition to those claims.
The town blamed me because I was the human scapegoat.
Well, I mean, yes, of course, obviously. That's not answering my question, though. Did you actually have anything to do with the attack, is what I'm asking? Because a lot of them assume that you've, fed the invaders information. And, that's how they knew how to get in and cause as much damage as they did.
I honestly don't know.
You don't know if you told people, if you... forgive me if that sounds just a little on the shifty side.
I spoke to people about Sevenora, and I didn't necessarily give away information about, potential backdoors or other various such things. But I didn't necessarily do my best to keep secrets either. Maybe something got to the wrong person. Did I tell anyone directly about what led to the attack? No. Did I do anything to stop it? I don't know. I want to believe that it's not my fault. But
you and me both.
Honestly, don't know. I don't know who it was that attacked. Maybe
Raiders
they were
out in the forest, so...
Were they, this is just a question for Brian. Did you establish what race the raiders themselves were?
I did not, because I intended on leaving that to GM discretion. I left a lot of things blank for your discretion, so you could shape the story as needed. And in the event I used the character in other campaigns,
right?
The Dungeon Master could get creative and do things of their own that you didn't.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
Of course, I don't see myself using Locke in any other campaigns now, so it's kind of a moot point because he's kind of become so integral to this one.
Well, either way, okay. I don't know precisely whether or not those raiders or people... There were people in the forest that I interacted and traded with. Maybe? I don't know. But I was not the cause of the attack.
I'll take your word for it then.
So, I don't know. I want to make sure that this one is protected, whether or not it's warranted or not. Go to make up for that one.
An admirable mindset. Keep it up. Anything else?
I do have one question.
Shoot.
Do you know if your friend Oak is the type of cleric that would send out the sending or message spell for distances?
I do know he has it, yes.
I have someone that would very much like to know that I am free. Would it bother you if I let them know that I was here?
I mean, why are you asking my permission? They're your friends. I'm upset at you for many reasons, and you are well aware of all of them and why they're justified. But far be it from me to keep you from doing your own business. If they're your friends and they're worried about you, if you want to tell them what's going on, then by all means, tell them. Just so long as they don't cause us any trouble, there won't be a problem. Capiche?
Right. Okay. Alrighty. And that was where we'll end that conversation.
All right.
Silver going around on perimeter. You've established that the town is fairly well protected with barricades and wards and other various such things. Cad doing anything specific?
I guess I'd just be going around and seeing if anyone needed help with stuff, check in with Silver, see if she needed anything, check in with the mayor, see if he needs anything. Just put myself out there to be available.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you check in with the mayor and see that even with all the anxiety that can be felt with the townsfolk outside, Valzita is weirdly comfortable in the mayor's house. This is it. Very much, she was sort of out of her element previously, but now she's in a more comfortable office environment, as it were.
And
this is comfortable for her? Oh, shit, all right.
Not the town itself, but being in the mayor's house specifically is.
Yeah. And at least she's not surrounded by obvious corruption as obvious.
No, exactly.
A fair point.
Alrighty. Yeah. So, other various protections and things for the town itself have been made, and it gets to be a couple days of, everything getting built up and set, and keeping watch, those that do. I'm assuming Silver probably is one of the ones that keeps watch in the town at night.
Yeah, a little bit, yeah.
Okay. So getting to be the watch periods of that third night, I'm sort of going to treat it kind of like when you guys are camping, except you're not doing watches for a campsite, you're doing watches for an entire town.
Well, I'm sure there's a couple other people.
But yeah, there's other people that are out watching with you, so I'll by that token, I'll give you advantage on the roll. I'm just not going to worry about the specifics of the townsfolk that are watching with you. Although I will say that there is a male human that is watching the town that is helping to keep watch at night that Riven would know, but Silver does not.
Ah, okay.
This fills me with several feelings of dread all at once.
No, you're fine.
No, it's when if you recall, there was a friend of Riven's that lived in Yukiege that had a couple kids, and the kids worked with the fruit stand and whatnot.
Ah, right, that lady.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
right.
Her husband, which I think we decided on the name Kevin randomly.
Yeah. Couldn't think of anything else, so we're like, Kevin.
So yeah, for those of audience and viewers and things, and if Locke was to see him, which no, Locke didn't meet Kevin specifically. He only saw Julia and the kids. But yeah, Kevin is watching with Silver, so you can have advantage on your perception check.
Hey. 18.
So yeah, perception check of 18. Yeah. looking out, you know, we established before that Yukiege sort of has, like loose farmland that's sort of sparse,
Mm-hmm.
and you see often at one of these patches of farmland smoke that does not necessarily appear to be smoke from a chimney. This smoke is much more dense, and it's. Be glad you have some form of dark vision, which you do. Even though dark vision's only 60 feet, I'm sort of giving you the scope of in the right moonlight and dark light, you can get a glimpse of that there may be something going on in the farmlands south. But anything coming directly to town, you don't see.
Mm-hmm. How far off would you say it is?
It not too terribly far from where you are. It's probably just. I would say you have sort of a moonlit night to allow you to see said smoke, but the farmland itself is probably maybe a mile or two out of town.
Like, and what time of night did you say? Would you say it is?
It's relatively late. It's probably about 11 p.m. or so.
Okay.
And then Kevin, who Silver doesn't know, speaks up from beside you and he just, "You see anything? I don't."
She kind of points like, there's smoke over that way.
That's odd. Huh. At least it being spread out like that. Last I heard, Riley sort of kept her firewood and everything into the farmhouse. That's weird. We could send somebody out to go take a look, or you could take a look, or I don't know.
Yeah, we could.
At least it's not zombies. I don't like zombies.
Who does?
Okay.
You gonna get anybody else, or are you just gonna go?
Sure, let's go poke people.
Alrighty. So you and Kevin sort of make your way out towards the farmlands. Do you try to be stealthy about it, wandering in the dark, or are you going to just sort of march at a steady clip to get down there?
Yeah, so they're walking. She's gonna keep a good eye out and around them.
Okay.
Trying to be alert.
Alrighty. Kevin is too. So, make for me a perception check, if you would.
Wait, how long would you say it would take us to get there?
About a mile or two out. So, average distance one could travel a mile. I'm not very long.
Okay,
think.
well, she's actually gonna cast a spell.
Okay.
It's yeah.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm. For up to 10 minutes. If there is undead within 30 feet of me.
Interesting. Alrighty.
And actually the exact spot where it's located. That's cool.
Exact spot where what's located?
Oh, it just says if there's some around and you know where.
For the duration, you know if there is an aberration, celestial, elemental, fey, fiend, or undead within 30 feet of you, as well as where the creature is located. Yeah. Similarly, you know if if there is a place or object within 30 feet of you that has been magically consecrated or desecrated. Okay.
So I can basically like pick up dirt and taste it and be like, yep, that's desecrated.
Yeah. So yeah.
Most barriers, but if there is a foot of stone or an inch of common metal. So I do have
Yeah.
a limit.
Or 3 feet of wood
Or dirt.
or dirt. There would have to be various actual barriers, and so theoretically, if there is such a creature to find, unless he is literally inside the farmhouse, you're gonna sense he's there before you get to the actual house.
Yeah, that's a big circle.
Yeah, 30 feet is a big circle.
Is it
Oh, it's a
30
30
feet
foot.
diameter?
No, it's supposed to probably be like.
It's 30 feet with 30 feet sphere centered on you.
On. Yeah. So.
Gotcha.
But yeah, so you go out and you make your way up towards the farmland and the farmland, and you get to the edges of the farmhouse, and you do get a ping on your radar.
She
Or-
instantly stops and puts a hand on Kevin's chest, like, stop. Just stopping Kevin and be like, stop.
Sense something?
Yes. She looks in the direction.
All right.
And what is it?
So it's interesting because it does ping as undead and sort of necromantic energy, but I'm willing to wager that being that level of paladin and whatnot that Silver is, she's encountered undead before.
Maybe.
Adventures prior to the one that she's on now. Usually
I mean, it's only been a month. Well, her backstory takes like a month before she joined the group, so.
Well, I mean, I meant when you were, crusading with the, you came as a level 6 character. So, theoretically, there would have been
training.
Training. Okay. Basically, what I was trying to get at is it does ping your radar as undead, but something about the necromantic energy seems off. It's undead, but not like a normal zombie would be. Actually, yeah. Since your detect good and evil thing also detects Fae,
Oh.
It pings both Fae and undead. It's like a blend of the two.
Oh.
Something of it seems really weird and off.
Hey, is this the fairy that basically poisoned Riven?
When are you talking about?
Oh, never mind then.
Yeah.
Anyway, did we actually have anything on us that would alert, basically like a horn or something?
I mean, you didn't really have anything that you could warn the town back.
Well, I thought if we were keeping watch, there's be people and stuff that it would have.
Radios do not exist, unfortunately.
Yes, but you can make like horns and stuff, out of like
Oh yeah.
actual
Okay.
horns.
Yeah. Sure.
Caca.
Sure, caca.
Kevin would in fact probably have something like that.
Yeah.
That fucking sound, I swear.
We're
Alright.
the caca group.
So you tell Kevin to alert the town or something, I guess?
She's just gonna be like, just be ready with that. And she's gonna kind of walk over to it.
Since you have your detect good and evil up, roll for me perception at advantage. It's not gonna be hard. 20.
20.
Alright. So, you creep a little bit closer, and you see that once again, this is a person that Silver does not know, but Riven would. This is the guy that randomly had a badger problem previously. When Riven jumped into a mine with a dire badger.
Oh, right.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
This is that kid.
Uh-huh.
And he is absolutely terrified. Surprisingly not beat up though. And staring him down is what appears to be a Goliath. But the Goliath is much more grayscale than Goliaths are supposed to be. And where Goliaths usually have like the dark brands and tattoos and that sort of thing, he does too, except his are green and glowing slightly.
Hmm.
I don't like that. I don't like this.
And it's only one that I'm pinging?
One guy.
And there's another guy that's there that's like just scared.
Yeah, there's a human male that's just cowering. You're not quite close enough to, unless you want to get closer and sneak closer. You're not quite close enough to hear. Actually, no. You rolled a high perception, and that would go for listen to. So you get closer, and you hear the sort of grave, gravelly voice of the Goliath, and he's. So, do we have a deal? You go back to Yukiege. You find the boy. I won't destroy your farmhouse. Which, Silver, you can see that the smoke and whatnot was coming from a part of the farmhouse that was dented and burning and on fire. Though the fire is not like wild and spreading, it seems more controlled than that.
Okay. And they haven't noticed her yet,
Nope.
have they?
Nope. Although, you did wander closer, and you knew that something was up. Go ahead and roll for me a stealth check.
Alright. 13.
Yeah, no, he don't see you.
Okay. She's gonna attempt to get closer.
Okay. You now have moved closer. You're getting a better look at him, since you have that, technically you were already within your range of 60 feet for dark vision if you had your ping from the other thing. So yeah. You see that he has a very large maul on his back that also seems to be glowing slightly, mostly the same color as his tattoos. Same sort of like, not like a bright green. It's like a muted green. But yeah, it's glowing the same as his skin is. And he doesn't seem to be wearing anything in the way of armor that you can tell. Yeah. He just looks very much like a mercenary type of person.
But he's glowing.
Yes, but he is glowing.
Frightening.
Oh,
Yeah.
and for what it's worth,
Oh,
I do.
Since I got closer, did I pick up any more pings?
Any more? No, from your other thing. Nope.
The thing that I have going.
Yeah,
Okay,
your
so it's
detect good and
just
evil.
so
Nope.
far.
Both the Fae and undead presence is coming from this guy.
So I can be kind of safe that's just him.
And for what it's worth, I do have token. Boop.
Cool. Yeah. So she closer.
That comes in properly. So
Yeah.
where it's sort of purple, his is more green, but yeah. Because he's got like tattoos and cuts and various things that are subtly purple in that picture. Yeah, his is more purple green kind of color. But yeah, there you go.
Yeah, she's gonna sit there and just draw her sword just in case,
Mm-hmm.
and she's gonna attempt to cast a spell.
Okay. Alrighty.
He's
So
a humanoid.
he is
Oh.
humanoid. Alrighty. Yeah, your thing says whole person always, and it's as opposed to whole person sometimes.
Oh no, that's just that just tells me because this whole person spell is actually part of my oath, so it's always on.
Okay. So that a wisdom saving throw.
Yep.
Oh. Eh. How about that? What's the DC he needs?
15.
Nope.
Yes.
So your this is when I inform you on something very not happy. This guy is intended to be a tough fight, and as he is a tough fight, he is the first monster I've had in this campaign who I am dubbed having legendary capacity.
Oh.
Riven, we will miss you. Or wait, no, Silver. We will
Silver.
miss you. We already
So-
miss Riven because she's not fucking here.
So,
Still salty about how long.
He's
it's
ready
been
to
gone.
succeed that save.
legendary resistance. He failed, but yes, or no, he didn't. Boom. So your spell latches on, and you see it work, and it sort of, however your magic would be binding him in one place. It wraps around him, and then he's just sort of turns. He doesn't know where you are because he can't find you, but because his perception earlier was garbage.
That's
And-
the thing. It's a vocal.
Hmm.
There's a vocal aspect to it.
Okay.
You don't necessarily have to scream it at him.
Okay.
He
But
rolled
she
another
does talk.
perception check. He's still less than your stealth was.
Sure. Okay.
Hey,
So-
look, we ain't gonna look a gift horse in the mouth.
Yep.
Uh,
Yep. Just go with.
stealth. You whole person latches on, wraps around him, and then your magic just is holding him there for a second, and then it breaks as he just sort of shakes it off. And then he looks down at the human kid and well then. Looks like you do have someone protecting you. Where are you hiding? And he looks out around towards where you are.
Well, I guess she just stands to her full height with the sword out and just lights it on fire.
Alright.
So I'm pretty sure it's like, oh, Silver's going to attack something.
Yeah, especially if you reveal yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Roll for me initiative then.
Yay.
Rest in peace.
Well, I'm hoping Kevin will actually blow the horn.
Oh yeah. Kevin's gonna blow the horn at the start of this whole insanity.
Yay.
Though it would take people a
just
little bit of time to get to where you are.
Ah,
Oh, lovely.
At least you cannot crit fail initiative.
yeah.
It's like, ooh, that's a nat 1. Yeah, you don't get a turn ever.
Alright.
That's
So,
fine. She's gonna be a tank. Don't
Now,
be
if
like
you beat
this.
if you beat the legendary boss by yourself, you get like 4 levels. So keep that in mind.
Oh, I wish.
alright. So, you rolled a 21, you revealed yourself and lit your sword and other various such things. And combat will ensue.
Can we do a quick cut over to what? So it's only like 11 at night. See if anyone else is doing anything.
Yeah, we'll say, Cad, that you, were going to be the one to do the next watch after Riven, or Silver, as
Silver.
that was sort of a typical thing that would happen. Cad, we cut back to you guys as Silver reveals herself to this crazy character. Kevin blows the horn. Roll for me a perception check.
All of
Cad.
us.
Well, actually, yeah, all of you can.
11.
Okay.
No.
So, where is this? Boop. Alright. So, yeah. You guys, the entire rest of the party is, starting. Cad is going out to join up with Silver, and he's sort of, left the tavern. Oak is in the tavern himself, sort of sitting at one of the tables, and he sort of looks up as Cad's going out of the door and, wait a minute, did you hear that? Which Cad did not. Locke did not. You're probably asleep in your mom's library.
Oh, I'm absolutely asleep in my mom's library.
Uh-huh.
No.
That's the horn. Something's up. Silver must have found something. Or
Or one of the guards.
or one of the other guards, or somebody found something. It sounded like it came from the south. Let's, Young, you go wake up Locke, just in case, and me and Cad will head down that way to see if we can figure out what's going on. And Cad and Oak start to make their way down.
I can run really fast, by the way.
You can run really fast.
Trust me, we know. Combined with haste, you become like supersonic racing here up in this bitch.
Yep. So
Yeah, I still remember that.
Ball.
So Cad, you go out and you guys see Kevin making his way back. As Silver crept closer and warned him that something was up, he went back to town, closer to town, and then blew the horn to make sure people in town would hear it. And he basically got himself a little bit further away from danger because he is not a fighter, just in case something went down. So, Cad, if you go super speed to try to get up close, you're going to pass Kevin, and he's going to basically be like, okay, Silver saw, Ira saw something, some undead something, I guess, using her magic, whatever. She sensed something, went for a closer look, and then I saw the flash of her, I guess, flaming sword. Does she have a flaming sword? Someone have a flaming sword?
Yes.
Then yeah, that. So, she's out there, she might be fighting something, I don't know. I'm going to go wall up at home, just in case whatever this is comes to attack us. We're good with that, right? And then Oak's like, yeah, that's fine. And then Kevin goes running back off to his and his wife's house. cut to Young, who like steps into Alessandra's library, and Fredrick was looking through some things, Fredrick is actually asleep because he hasn't gotten good rest in a very long time. Although he slept a couple days here, he enjoys his chance to sleep in an actual bed for once. So Fredrick is asleep, Alessandra is asleep. Young steps in, she steps in, immediately realizes that she doesn't want to wake up anybody else, or she doesn't want to terrify anyone else. And so she goes up to the loft and tries to wake up Locke. Locke!
That ducks. What? What?
Ducks?
Duck? What?
What's with the look on your face? Are we being attacked, or are you just being you?
We very well may be getting attacked.
Shit. I'm up. I like stumble off to one side and crash to the floor. I'm all right. My ass hurts, but I'm all right. It's too early for this shit. He's just like having a little moment.
I rolled it as a save. I don't know why I rolled it as a save, but whatever. It's the same roll anyway. Young attempts to try to drag you, but you're not necessarily the heaviest person, but she's not the strongest dwarf either. So she's, come on.
I can carry myself. Contain your britches.
Okay. Then we have that.
So, right, so Locke is very undignified. As he's like Young is trying and failing to carry him away. He's like, no, I
just
can do it
just
myself.
grab a donut on your way out. You'll be good.
And Locke does that.
All right. So
fuck.
You guys are making your way out. Cat is going really fast to catch up. What I will do with this is it's gonna take several rounds before you guys get there. 52.
A full mile out?
Yeah.
Just at about a mile out is what I had originally said. So
they're 1,056 squares away, and I can move 16 squares around. So 198 rounds, 3.3 minutes. Yeah.
This is a good ways out. Yes. So with that in mind, he is going to charge you, Rar.
Hi.
26.
Yeah, that hits.
Alrighty. Yeah. You when he comes out and he comes to slam at you with his maul, and
I try to hold up my shield to block it, and it just pushes me a few feet. Like, fuck.
Yeah. And you see his like green glyphs of his sort of tattooed skin that flashes brightly, and he roars when he comes charging at you, and kashmaki. Okay. Okay. That would be a 13 damage.
No other, just straight up bludgeoning.
It is 13 bludgeoning damage because it is from a maul. And now, if you would please, make for me a Constitution save.
Sure.
Uh-huh.
Shit.
Are we gonna lose Riven? I don't want to lose
Silver.
Silver. Damn it! Now I'm doing it.
You're already conditioning yourself to be used to saying Riven.
10 more.
Of what?
Narcotic.
I get half that.
Okay then, so
I'm
5.
resistant. I'm resistant to necrotic.
Yes. Bludgeoning and then necrotic.
Ow.
And he smacks at you, and the maul flashes with that same green and just sort of wraps and tries to basically kind of choke you out. But it's not as terrifying as it could have been. And he just smirks at you. He's like, thing. Just to you.
So OP and arrogant. Magnificent.
Right.
What you doing, Silver?
Oh, I am going to attack him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she's already lit her sword, so that's fine.
Mm-hmm.
She's going to cast Hunter's Mark on him.
Okay.
Bleh. Here's that.
That's no save for that, right?
No, he just has it
Okay.
on.
Okay.
Okay. And then... she's going to take an attack. Hit for 25.
Do in fact hit.
14 fire.
Well, 7 and then fire. 7 fire.
Yeah.
Isn't
And
there,
then
like,
you're-
2 other damage types you add?
Add 2 damage to that, and I'm also throwing a smite on top. So, with him being undead, instead of 3d8s, he actually gets 4d8s. 22.
So, let's see. So you swing with your sword. Silver fought someone who was all ragey mode before with your Loxodon before.
Uh-huh.
So she knows what it's like when someone can tank her not fancy hits, a la your straight up slashing damage was resisted. So you know that he resisted some of that, but dang if the radiant damage did not hurt. He does not like that.
I'm like, you're undead. Die.
Yeah.
Stay dead.
Do you have a you technically would have a second hit, wouldn't you?
I do have a second attack.
Okay.
16?
16 hits him, actually.
Okay, he takes that extra amount of damage too.
Hunter's Mark's damage.
Oh, that's right.
Okay.
Like, I can go all day.
I can do
Alright.
this all day. Yeah, I know.
Alrighty. So,
Yes, I can make movie jokes.
feisty, aren't you? Glad you're not the one that I have to keep alive. And,
Do.
thank you, the thing, again.
Wait,
27.
that hits.
I love how you say it with like this degree of incredulity. It's like that. Yeah. It's like quiet, resigned incredulity. It's like, yeah.
21.
Fuck.
Now I have to make a Constitution save.
Yep.
For my, which I have an advantage for to keep my Hunter's Mark, because Warcaster. 28. I think that saves.
So, it is half the damage you took. Yeah, you're good.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
yeah, you make that. You're good on Hunter's Mark. Make another Constitution saving throw again.
Yeah, I will. Hold on, let me subtract the 21 damage.
Hmm.
17.
So, half damage from this twice. Because this is his damage from his maul or his extra damage from his maul that has a Constitution saving throw that you resist from the saving throw, because the saving throw was less than what you rolled there, but you resist it anyway because it's the damage that you resist. So,
Right.
7 becomes 3 becomes 1.
Sure.
Okay. Swing away or do whatever you're going to do.
Yeah, she's going to, yeah, she's going to take her action and actually dumble her, lay on hands into her.
Oh. Okay.
I like how Darad sounds almost disappointed. Like, oh, right. That's a thing you can do.
Yes, but I can't do it anymore because I'm out of HP for that.
So that's your action to heal yourself?
Yep. And I don't have anything that I can do as a bonus action?
Cute.
I don't like that fucking laugh.
You have to spend so much time keeping yourself alive. Glad I don't have to worry
Less than a
about
second.
that. Glad I don't have to worry about that. 24.
Wait. Shit.
Has it been 4 minutes in battle yet?
No.
Aww.
Damn.
17. Constitution save for Hunter's Mark. Constitution save for his thing.
That's not for that. 23 on con, which I'm sure. 25.
So half and half again.
Uh-huh.
2.
It's just like, Herg.
Yep.
Yeah,
It's you
going to,
again.
yeah, she's going to miss these. Oh, that's the thing. Do I want to use it to deal a lot of damage, or actually try to preserve myself?
I mean, it depends on whether or not Silver is the type of person that has a strong sense of self-preservation.
She's like, this is an evil person. They just need to go away.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, she can't make evil people go away if she herself goes away. So.
Yeah.
Also, because of things like Hunter's Mark, and because you're all about, wanting to smite evil and all that sort of fun stuff, you don't know if it's just because of his undead tendencies making it a little bit trickier for you to track, but he doesn't even seem remotely winded.
Can I glance behind him and see if that guy is gone?
Oh, the kid ran off.
Okay, good.
He ran off and he ran north to town. It's just going to
Yeah,
take him time
she's-
to get there.
Yeah, she's gonna Misty Step, use her last second level spell.
Okay.
And then use her movement to go further away, which is an additional 30 feet.
Alright.
So I just go boop.
Okay. So you misty step and you run.
That's pretty much what I'm doing. I got kind of a head start. I don't know his movements. So,
Yeah.
like,
for me
when
to-
she misty steps, she still, like, appears again, just 30 feet away, like, still facing him.
Okay. So you look back towards him before you go running.
Uh-huh, and moving. But then I turn back around to face him to see if he's coming after me.
Oh yeah, he's coming after you. And as you misty step away, he sort of smirks as you reappear about 30 feet away, and he goes, "Oh, you're going to make this fun, aren't you?" And he's right on your tail. He can misty step too.
Shit!
Run!
Yep.
Oh, but that's his whole turn! That's his whole turn!
Theoretically, yes. It would be your turn to run away and his turn to chase after you. This is becoming a chase.
Except for... he'll get an attack of opportunity if I move.
Silver,
Well-
don't fall down.
You can... You spent your bonus action to Misty Step. And then you started to spend your movement to run and in your action to run.
I didn't use my action to run. I only used my movement.
Okay, so if you didn't use...
I didn't want to go too far ahead to give up not worry about the chase and just go about his day.
So, if that's the case, here's what I will give you, because I am a nice DM and I don't want you to die. Entirely. Yet.
She's getting closer to town.
She is getting closer to town. You're moving closer to town, but you were wanting to be aware of what he was doing, and you were keeping an eye on him. You weren't expecting him to Misty Step. But I can say that if you want to, you can use your action to do disengage as an action to keep him from doing an attack of opportunity on you. But he's going to keep pace with you.
Sure. Keep doing that and be like, okay, yeah, come on. She's just calling back at him like horrible names.
Uh-huh.
It's like, your mother was an elderberry.
Alright,
And your
so...
I thought the one is your father was a hamster and your mother smelt of elderberries.
Sure, whatever that.
Alright.
I
So...
mean, I'm not a Monty Python expert.
But that's pretty much what she was going for, is just like doing
Chad.
an obvious insult at him.
Chad, roll initiative.
Yes!
I did it at the very start of the whole session.
No. No.
Hey, I have some feral instincts going on, and I knew I was going to need it.
None
Uh-huh.
of that works, and you know it.
So you would have it with advantage.
Yeah.
Because you can smell the undead.
Did that roll advantage?
No.
No.
It doesn't prompt me for advantage, but the others do.
Weird.
Mm.
Oh hey, you're faster than him.
Oh, I should probably click my person to do it, but yeah.
You're good.
So yeah, you see this little dot that's just like moving about in the distance. Of like silver blue flames. Just like, nope, 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 nope.
Alright. So...
It's like, I don't know how my mic will pick this up, but it's like, I'm running towards them, they're running away from me, all of a sudden I hear Silver like, run away.
Locke can go ahead and roll initiative too.
Ah, okay.
His sleepy ass.
No, I'm not sleeping. While I wasn't present, I was working on something on the side.
No,
said-
no, I meant your character is sleepy.
All right. Well, my initiative fucks that 8. I clicked on my token, alas. And
It's fine. We're good. Okay. So, what we will do here is, you are focusing on running, and he is right there with you.
And insulting him.
Yeah. He is wanting to keep pace with you, and to keep pace with you, he has to spend his action to run. So, he can't, because you're spending your action to, like, maintain
Just-
the distance.
Yeah, she's like trying to keep her distance, but the moment that she gets up near Cad, she's just gonna whip around just when he catches up and just smacks him. Just like, no.
Alright, so you are going to, he is going to get a smack on you, and you are going to get a smack on, you're going to get a smack on him, and he's going to get a smack on you, and then we'll start the initiative with Cat in it.
Yes.
So,
So
roll your attack.
Smacky smacks.
That misses.
13. One more?
Also misses.
Okay. Alright, it's just like
14.
misses.
Okay. Alright.
So happy.
So, we will have Cad now, Oak a turn later, and then Yong and Locke a turn after that. Because we'll just say that the distance between the two, Silver and him covered just now. But Cad is slightly faster than Oak. So
So is it to me?
it is to you. You see Silver running away from this big, huge male Goliath person with the maul, and he is ever so subtly glowing green. And so is his maul. And yeah, Silver's obviously been attacked, and she is not in good shape. Although she's, I mean, a little over half health at this point, or about half health. So. Yep.
Okay. So I guess I will wrong move. I guess I will enrage and run up and lay the beat down.
Uh-huh.
So I am of course attacking recklessly.
Yep.
So it would be at advantage. 24 hit,
24 hits.
11 bludgeon, plus was it 2?
So 13, which he is currently was chasing Silver over the course of several turns, so he lost his current rage, so he takes full damage on that.
Okay. So
That-
yeah, that was 13, and I get extra attack. Yes.
Yep.
And because I successfully hit him in rage, spectral warriors are swirling around him.
Yep.
Okay. Let's see. I am going to smack him again. 27 crit.
Dang. Yeah, that will crit.
So 12 plus 7 is 19, plus 2 is 21.
Yep. Alright.
I guess that'll do my turn.
Okay. So. We restarted the turn order, blah blah. And it goes to him, and he sees, and you come like barreling at him and slam into him rather hard and aggressively, as you did. And he's he gets hit back, and then he looks up and he goes, "Oh, you wonderful." Make for me a perception check, Cad. Silver, you can too, because you're close. So, Silver notices it, but Cad does not. So, Cad, you do see that when he sort of tanks that hit and falls back a bit, the green that's the ever-present glowing green that's around him flashes a bit brighter momentarily, and Silver, you are keen enough to notice that it seems to be coming from an amulet that is around his neck. And then he is going to come out of that and smack at an elephant man. Does a 16 hit you?
No.
Alrighty.
Although
Yeah.
he would have advantage.
Oh yeah, that's right, he would. Forgot about that. 26 does.
Yes.
Alright. 16, which is halved to 8. Because you are raging.
Rage.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And then make for me a Constitution save. Okay. So you will take full damage from this because it's not damage that you resist.
Okay.
11.
Okay.
Yeah, is the amulet just like out in the open, not blocked by anything?
I mean, it is on the out, like, because he is raging and because he is running and he's wearing just like a vest armor sort of thing, is sort of hanging just above his, the, like, buttons of the vest, like it is in that picture. There is actually an amulet around his neck in that picture. Like that.
Can't you just grab it and pull it?
Sure, make sleight of hand, I guess.
Oh. Prepare for fun. Oh!
And make it double?
Prepare for fun and don't roll 1.
I rolled a 17.
Acceptable.
Now the amulet gets a con save to not snap.
Okay.
I'm joking.
So
Just grab and break it off his neck.
you grab and break it off his neck, huh?
Yeah, just like the amulet's whole. It's just the chain around his neck just pops off.
Right.
But that was
Okay.
a load-bearing amulet, and he just collapses.
We don't know.
So you pull the amulet away, and make for me a Constitution save. 28. Wow. So yeah. Half damage off of this.
Half or full?
Mm,
Half. Is it necrotic?
yes, it technically would be. So yes, you would have half.
So 26 half is 13. So 7 or 8?
So 27 is 26 is 13. 13 is 12. 6. Because you round down. So 27 becomes 26, which half of 26 is 13. 13 you then round down to 12, and half of 12 is 6.
I'm still alive.
Way to tank 27 damage like a boss.
Yeah.
Alright,
Just like, oh, this hurts.
that was your action. Do you want to make use of a move?
He'll get an attack of opportunity, so
He would.
no. Okay, yeah, no, she's done. Just wanted to
Done
grab
with
it.
your turn?
Yep, that's it.
What are you doing with the amulet?
So far, she's just holding it.
Okay. Dad, your turn.
So what happens to him since I just ripped the amulet off?
He is extremely angry at you right now, but he's... Okay, he's growling at both of you, and he sort
Like,
of...
oh, this is pretty. Oh, it hurts.
He growls at both of you, and he's just sort of shakes his head and goes, have fun with that. Cad, your turn.
I do
So
not.
that's the action for his upcoming turn. So for me,
No, he hasn't made his action. That's a free action to talk. Anyway, your turn.
that's right. So yeah, I'm going to recklessly do nothing. Actually,
Missed.
wait.
That wasn't with advantage.
That's true. So yeah, it was going to be
There you go.
a 23 all along. Actually,
You like swing, it passes over him, you lower it down, spin around, and whap.
so 23 does hit.
Yes, it does.
So 11,
Okay.
and I'm going to do it again. This time with actual advantage, correctly input.
Missed.
But that's not what I rolled. Where is it? So I'm going to roll an additional d20, and I
Oh,
can
lucky.
choose to use it instead. Yes.
Oh, nice.
Since nothing else would change, do you mind if I just roll one more weapons?
Yeah,
pack?
go ahead.
So I don't have to type. Nope.
Mm.
I choose to make use of the 12, which also misses. So yeah.
Yep. Alright.
And I guess that's my turn.
Alrighty. You both notice, because he's right in your face, that he is pulsing this green tinted color as he is, and Silver, you realize that the amulet in your hand is pulsing the same green color.
To the beat.
In tandem
your
with him,
heartbeat.
yes, actually. And he looks to you, Silver, and goes, be glad you can deal with such damages as that. Such energies as that. I don't think everyone can. But he is going to slam at Silver, not at Cad, which, because of rageness from Cad, he has disadvantage on his attack.
Yeah, he has disadvantage when he targets someone who's not me.
17. Silver.
That misses.
Yep. Young's not here yet. Locke's not here yet. Oak.
Oh, Oak's here. Yay, Oak.
Oak is
Help.
here.
Is he?
Yes, he's just
Ah.
strolling out.
I see
Okay.
a giant drunk nose. Okay.
So Oak comes along, sees this insanity, and he's and he immediately gets close enough, and he is going to cast thing.
Cleric power.
He is going to see that Silver is very much the worse for wear and just got slammed at, though it missed. And he is going to give Silver another bit of a power boost, because thing.
Because
Woo!
thing. Activate the thing.
For 10 minutes. Unless
Yep.
he gets hit.
So you have a +2 bonus to your AC as a bonus action, and then for his main action, he is going to actually, yeah, he's going to charge up close, but keeping his distance from the insanity that is going on here. And what is going on? Who is this? Trying
Don't know,
to
undead.
undead?
And fairy?
Okay, you'll have to most definitely explain this to me later. And then Silver, it's your turn.
Okay, this might be a little weird. She's gonna use all of her attacks onto the amulet.
You're going to attack the amulet.
Yes! She's going
Okay.
to attack the amulet.
How are you attacking it? Are you still holding it, or what are you doing with it? Like, slam it down into the ground and smack at it with your sword?
Yeah, she's gonna do... Sure.
Coup de grace the static object.
It's either that or she's gonna hold it. No, actually, no. It hurt. She's putting it on the ground and she's gonna whack at it.
Okay. So roll for me an attack against an inanimate object.
So what, a 10 hits?
18. That.
Okay.
No hunter's mark. But she is going to... She is going to smite it.
You're going to smite the amulet. Okay.
Yeah, it doesn't say anything about that. And it's not an undead
No.
object, so...
I mean, an undead... To be undead, one would have to have been alive at one point, and it's an object, so it's not.
Yeah, so she's just gonna add some additional 2d8 damage. 9.
Okay.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
one attack.
Alright.
Does she need to make another?
You can make another.
Sure. 11.
That's fine.
14.
Okay. So, you basically you throw it into the ground. You throw it onto the ground and you slash at it with your sword twice. It pulses. Because there's no skin contact, it does not hurt you. And you now have a metal amulet that is rather roughly torn or slashed in two.
Okay.
Which, not 2 seconds after you shatter it and break it apart into two separate pieces, the metal crumbles into dust and turns slightly red, weirdly.
Okay.
Not like blood red, more like rust red.
Ah. She looks at the guy.
Mm-hmm. He seems fine.
That's her turn.
Okay. Cad.
It's like she didn't trust it, so whack.
You're a smacking Cad?
Yep. 23 to hit.
23 will hit.
13.
Alrighty. He does... he did use... I didn't mention it, but when he swung and attacked you previously, he would have went back into rage, so he does have his rage bonus at this point.
Okay.
So, you said 13?
Yeah.
13 becomes 6. His rage. Okay. 23 will hit.
12. So another 6.
Yeah, another 6. Okay.
I'm like snarling at him. That's my turn.
Elephant snarl.
Sure, why not?
I really like that amulet.
Too bad.
It was rather helpful.
Too bad.
Your little ghost things are annoying. Wait a minute. He's actually going to spend his action to see if he can't... Something about these weird things around him is weird to him. So he's going to see if he can't notice something about them. Although, I don't think... No, you don't have the skill, so it's just going to be your modifier. Yeah, no. Okay.
I'm
So...
not weird. I'm intense.
Yeah, he is going to spend his action to sort of try to perceive and notice what's going on with these things. And then that was his turn. This was the turn. The previous round was the round that Oak came in. So this is the round that Young comes in with Locke not far behind.
Yay.
So
With
yeah,
Locke picking up his rear.
Locke, you see, you and Young see everyone fighting off against this, like, slightly grayer skinned Goliath who is pulsing this creepy green color that just does not seem natural in any way. And Young is going to come up and she is going to smack at him. Yay! She did not stealth to get here because she was focusing on running, so it's not going to be a, well, it is going to be an advantage because he's in melee. But, yeah, she would get her sneak attack on it. Duh, if she hits. Because rogues and fun. She does not have advantage on it, but she has sneak attack. That's how that works.
Yes.
12 does not hit him. Key point flurry of blows, rar. 13 does not. 13 does not.
It's just like, what is this tiny being?
He is like, Young is like half his height, very much so, so yeah, kinda. Alright, so Locke, you're on for the party now.
All right.
Welcome to a nightmare.
Well, this nightmare is in for a blight. Because that's what I'm casting. I see
Not
this.
crops.
Yeah, I see this thing fuck with my friends, kind of plunk myself right here by this tree, and I am going to do a blight. 4th level, because that's my max spell slot. See here.
Oh,
he has to
no.
make a Constitution saving throw. DC 14 or higher.
It has
So,
no.
Locke, you
Yes.
don't know anything about this person that you're using this blight spell on.
Pages glow.
I do not. I just see he's glowing and beating up him. I was like, yeah, fuck you.
Alright, so you cast this spell, you launch it forward, he doesn't even have to roll.
Oh.
Spell has no effect on undead or constructs.
Oh, I should have read that first. Can I do that again because that was a really dumb mistake?
Well, I mean, Locke wouldn't necessarily know he was undead.
Fair enough. Alright. So I just wasted a spell, so I was like, oh shit. Alright, that's my turn. It's like, damn it!
Oh, that didn't work. Why did it work?
No, it did not. It did not.
No,
It's
it
like,
did not.
why did that work?
And you cast your spell out, and it sort of wavers over where he is, and he notices it, catches it, it does nothing to him. He just sort of chuckles and
It catches a cloud of necrosis.
kind of, yeah.
Brain is having trouble recognizing this as physically possible.
He does okay. He doesn't catch it so much as his hand weaves through it. It is a cloud of necromantic energy. So, well, it clearly has no effect on him, and he very much waves it off. And then he looks over and notices who cast the spell. There you are. Legendary action. Bonus action. Misty Step. He's over here.
Shit.
Stranger danger.
Stranger danger.
Um,
That's fine. He's fine. It's not his turn yet.
it is now Oak's turn. And, Oak sees him teleport and jump to, Locke. And Oak is going to, yeah, he is going to run over here and get about right here so that it only hits this guy and not Locke. And, like, basically strum really aggressively on his, what is the name of that instrument again? Darn it, the D something?
Wasn't it a loop? Wasn't it
Dulcimer.
Dulcimer.
I keep forgetting. Yeah. So he goes through. He strums on the dulcimer, and Mr. Dude is going to have to make a dexterity saving throw. Yep, he makes it. So there's a shaking of the earth just behind where he is, and that is Oak's turn. Silver.
And it's difficult terrain around him. Oh, if it's loose. Never mind.
Yeah, it's not loose.
Yeah, it's my turn.
Rescue me!
Stranger danger.
Stranger danger! The strange man is trying to grab me and I don't like it.
She's just gonna run up here and be like, fuck you, your fight's over here.
No, don't touch me. No.
Roll for your attack.
Yeah,
I'm not used to being singled out like this.
Mm-hmm.
15.
15 will hit. Just hits.
Uh, 4 damage. 17.
17 does hit, so
Yeah.
11.
Also,
and then-
remember, anyone who's in my bubble get plus 4 to their saves, their saving throws. By the way,
Right.
Is that like passively always on, or when you choose to activate it?
it's always passively on.
Okay.
I forgot to say it earlier when Cad came in.
Ugh.
Okay. Alrighty. That is your attack, Silver. Cad.
Help me, Elephant Man!
Got a
Push
question.
him away.
That's sort of the thought. If I ran up here, could I knock Locke into this spot right here and smack it, dude? Because there's unfortunately a tree and an ally here.
I mean, can't you attack diagonally?
Can I?
You can. You can.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm not exactly sure how fifth works. So. Okay, that works. So
Generally,
I
it's
guess
kind of that, so.
I'll be slightly more polite. It's like, sorry, I don't have time to be safe with you. I'm trying to save you. So yeah,
Watch
I
out
guess
for my
I'll
hammer.
run up here and smack him recklessly.
17 will hit.
13.
I had
Okay.
Elder Scrolls battle music going until you had him say, there you are, and then I realized I had the wrong battle music going this whole time. Now I've got Bloodborne music going because that... No, now I've got Bloodborne music going because Locke is fucking terrified.
Gotcha.
Bloodborne is a horror game at its core.
Yeah.
26.
I'm doing push-ups now.
26.
I hear you
For
doing
16.
push-ups now.
I am doing push-ups.
Yeah, you hit. And then that's 16 because it's plus 2.
Yep.
Alrighty. Okay. So. Locke, make for me a acrobatics or athletics, your choice.
Oh shit. Acrobatics. Because I have decked 15.
Swing around a tree.
So you, the attacker does.
Oh, thank fuck.
Hide behind a tree.
Definite stranger danger.
So
Bad
he
touch.
he goes to grab at you, and you like worm your way out of the way just barely.
Like Locke's actually like screaming as this guy starts grabbing for him. Full panic mode engaged. And now I'm doing
Yep.
crunches.
Why are you exercising?
Because I haven't had any exercise today, and apparently cough drops give me nervous energy, along with the fact this guy's trying to grab me. I might be having a mild panic attack in my head.
Oh no.
So I'm just burning off some energy. Plus, you know, I gotta get up early tomorrow for 56, so I'm burning off some energy. Plus, I'm too fat anyways.
All right. So
Well, if
it
you're
is
two
to.
fat, then I'm 3 fat.
So that's his turn. He tried to grapple, and Locke wormed his way out of that somehow.
Have a +2 in athletics. That is how.
So Young is going to run over here. Young is going to make an acrobatics check. 22.
Is she gonna climb a tree?
Backflip over the tree.
No, she's going to run at the tree, grab at it, swing around. She's using her action to make the acrobatics check, and she comes in with a flurry of blows to 2 kicks to the side of his head. Ka-tunk, ka-tunk.
Cool.
Some DBZ
Um,
shit right here.
19 will hit. Yay. It's technically with her feet, not with her spike gauntlet, but it doesn't matter. It's the same damage dice, so
It's just blood.
it's just bludgeoning instead of piercing.
Unless she has high heels. Stilettos.
No. So okay, that hits, and then for the other one, slightly the same exact roll. 8, 4,
6.
then yeah, that. All right.
So wouldn't that put Yong right here then?
Yes, Young is now here.
She has made a terrible mistake. She has made a very terrible mistake.
Why?
Because there's now nowhere I can place a center point of shatter that won't hurt some member of the party. Great. Well, fuck it.
Try to aim for I guess Oak and me.
And it has to be somewhere within like a 10 feet, so any of these things. And anyone within that radius. So I was gonna do it from here so that it would only hit him, and then
You're probably gonna have to do it from here. Actually, no.
if I do it from there, it'll only hit Yang and the bad guy.
What? Hey, what if you did disengage and you targeted over here somewhere?
I can't cast a spell and disengage in the same round.
Well,
And,
climb on my shoulders.
Can I use my movement action to do that?
I mean, I'm foaming at the mouth, but I'm mostly harmless.
If you move, if you make use of a, I mean, you would have to roll acrobatics, but sure.
It's worth a shot. 7.
No.
Okay.
Um.
I'm sorry, Young, but I'm panicking. So, shatter 4th level. So, and I am centering it at right here.
Which,
Right
by the
there.
way, you're doing this in out of desperation as you're trying to climb onto Cad's shoulders. You're going to end your turn prone on the ground.
Fair enough. All right, so let's see here. So he has to make a con saving throw.
And
take
Yang
half
has
of-
advantage on it too.
Right. And since this is at 4th level instead of 2nd, that'll be 5d8 damage.
Who has advantage on it? How?
Oh no, Yang actually gets +4 to her con save.
Oh, right, yeah.
So 30 damage will be taken on a failed throw, 15 on a success.
Alright, so I will first roll for Yang. What is the con save she has to make?
14. And she gets a +4 on top of that,
So she makes it.
right?
Yep.
Right.
Yes.
So
only
she
takes
makes it and she
15.
takes 15.
Yep.
The other guy does not get a bonus.
Right. So it is force damage. Or thunder damage.
Yep.
Does
that impact it somehow? Does this guy take extra from thunder?
He doesn't take extra from thunder, but if it was like freaking bludgeoning damage or something, he'd have resistance. But
And
so
if his amulet was laying on the ground, it would also take the damage, right?
I mean technically objects don't take force thunder damage, but anyway.
Read the description. Any non-magical object. Oh, non-magical. Never mind.
Yeah. So
Yeah, that amulet was magical. I'm surprised it didn't explode and
Maybe it's just made of glowstone.
it did necrotic damage to me.
No, that's the oh well, yeah, your amulet did, or the amulet did, but then so 18 makes the save. He takes 15 damage.
Yeah. And Locke
And
prone.
Locke falls prone.
Oak.
Break this fucker's kneecaps! He's trying to
From
kidnap
behind.
me! Blast his kneecaps out or something. I don't know. Just get rid of him.
Level 3, because he can do that. He does not like this guy. Rawr! 26 will hit. So 66 radiant damage. Alright. So, Oak stands over here, like right behind where he is, and just leave my friends alone. And for the moment, Locke, you are prone on the ground, and now there is a unconscious and burning from radiant energy Goliath.
Wait,
Lying in front of me or on top of me?
Sure, on top of you, because that's funnier.
It's not funny for me.
He's down, by the way.
oh thank God. Should we finish him off?
Well, Locke's currently screaming in an abject panic under the guy's weight.
Yeah, pretty much. I would assume Cad would get him off of him.
Well, Silver, since it was going to be Silverstone, she was going to kick him off. And
That works too.
are we going to just fully kill him?
See, here's the thing. He would technically be unconscious and bleeding out at this point, but he's undead.
Yes, but
He's already bled out, so right now he's bleeding in.
No, he's not.
no. Do we want to finish this guy off?
He's dead.
So he's out?
He's gone.
All right.
Because he was
If
dealt.
anything,
He was dealt radiant energy to his killing blow was radiant energy. He doesn't bleed out. Zombies and other undeads have undead fortitude that allows them to potentially come back if they take lethal damage, but that is ignored when said lethal blow is radiant.
yeah, so he's just turning to ash then?
Slowly he's burning to ash. But yes.
soon as like the body's off of him, Locke just like gets up and just like fires off a few fire bolts and Eldritch blasts at it, and just like this panic reaction.
And then you're out of spell slots, but you're still trying to launch things out of your finger.
No, because Eldritch Blast and Firebolt are cantrips, so I can just spam those, which I do.
I was going for the whole like psychotic break, bang, bang, click, 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 click.
Yes. All right.
Does he have anything on his person that would seem interesting?
You want to
The
search
weapon.
him? You want to search him? Roll investigation. I mean, you don't have to roll investigation for the weapon, but you can search his pockets and whatnot. Young's already
Yeah.
doing that.
Yeah.
Um,
And while those two are doing that, Locke is going to put himself on this side of the tree, putting the tree between himself and the burning corpse. He's going to put his back to the tree, slump down, cradle his head, and just like hysterically try to catch his breath. Like hyperventilating kind of thing, just like.
There's my nat
You know.
20 for the night.
Oak is going to come over here to you to try to console you a little bit. He's... Alright. Locke, we're fine.
Sing him a song very badly, with the
Oh my
best of
God.
intention.
We took him down. We're good. Okay?
You have no idea how scary that was.
I know. Well, I guess we know that Norro sent somebody. You good? Well,
I'm alive. So.
that's to be expected. At least he didn't hurt you. He tried to, but he didn't actually hurt you. You're pretty slippery, I guess.
Can Silver hear this conversation?
Probably, yeah.
Yeah,
Locke isn't exactly being quiet.
Yeah, Silver's gonna pick up and be like, well, he wouldn't have hurt you much, since he needed you alive.
That doesn't make it better, Silver!
Alright, so Silver, you're searching through his belongings.
Yes, with a nat 20.
Indeed. Alright, so you find 20 gold,
Yes.
5 platinum, his crazy mace of obviously magic and crazy, and
So the mace?
or not mace, maul, his maul,
Okay.
of obviously magic and crazy for some persuasion, and then
Okay.
because nat 20 and there you go, it would be the hardest thing to really notice about his person.
Real quick, you said 5 platinum, 20 gold?
20 gold, 5 platinum.
Okay, that's 1 platinum for each, and then 4 gold.
And then you find something rather interesting. It seems to be some sort of like bag or pouch. And when you grab at it, you know, searching through his belongings, it's very cold to the touch.
She opens it, and does she see anything inside?
Nope. Bag appears to be empty.
Ah. Okay. She's just gonna close that back up and hold on to it.
Okay.
Yeah. You search through his belongings, you find the bag, and you find the money and gold, and then you have his weapon.
Since I'm currently using a weapon like that, would I be very contested if I wanted to investigate and look at it?
You can look at it. I mean, I don't think Silver's gonna mind.
Yeah. She has no interest in
Yeah,
the mole that sits her and hurts her.
Yeah, and my only melee weapon that I use with any degree of at all is a sickle that happens to function as my spell focus because of a crystal at the bottom.
So since Silver had ripped off the amulet and it apparently hurt her, I'm going to just sort of gently tap the grip of the thing and see if it zaps me or something.
Okay. So you like tap at it?
At the grip, yeah.
The grip. Okay. Doesn't appear to do anything.
Okay. So if I was to pick it up, anything?
Nope.
Okay.
I meant as it hurt me, as in when he swung it, it did damage to me. A lot of damage.
So being really meta, I turned to Silver. So how much damage does this do?
She looks at you and be like, please don't hit me with that.
Well, what should I put in my inventory?
Just a mole for now until you can get it identified, I guess.
It is still, even with the orc gone, it is still ever so softly glowing green. So green glowing maul.
Yay!
Okay.
Fancy.
Oh, also, Cad, do you have Arcana?
Not proficient.
So it would just be a straight up intelligence roll. Roll intelligence. Okay. Sorry about making Locke traumatized. He is now traumatized. I mean, he's been traumatized all throughout the thing, so.
Yeah, I was just kind of wanting that to be slightly more serious and not have people to start cracking jokes about it.
Yeah.
Right, yeah.
Sorry.
It's kind of a big deal for him. His greatest fear is people coming for him, and that just happened. So
Yeah.
Right.
Oak is. We will be here to protect you, Locke.
yeah, I know.
That's not. I mean, I understand. No one is going to get you when you have your friends around. Okay.
Okay, yeah. There's nothing scarier than that for me.
Let's go back to Yukiege. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I like that.
So everyone gathers their things. The corpse slowly dissolves into dust. Gone. And battle is over. Everything is fine. Oak sort of walks past the group as they're making her way back and looks at Cad and goes, You probably want to carry Locke back just to keep somebody close.
Yes, of course. So I sort of take a knee and let him climb up, I guess. Or should I carry him in my arms?
Yeah, Locke like climbs up very sluggishly, but he climbs up and is like almost actively like hugging the back of Cad's head just for like security's sake.
Aw.
My gigantic ears can be your safety blanket.
Kinda.
Alright. And then you guys make your way back up, and you make your way back to Yukiege.
Yep. Is there like a crowd waiting for us on our return? Because I imagine if plenty of people would have heard the horn.
Yeah. Most people stayed back to try to keep the town safe, knowing that you guys were adventurers. But you know, if it started to take time, and they were looking at the fight from a decent, not too far off, due to the fact that Silver sort of split the difference when she ran back. But
Silver would probably be the first one into town.
oh yeah, Silver's definitely the first one into town, and you're being welcomed as a bit of a hero too. If Silver wanted to do anything to impress the people of this town in any capacity, she totally did. Yeah, you make your way back.
Okay.
Anything special you guys want to do once you make it back to Yukiege? Oh, you can't help but notice, being literally on his shoulders, that Cad has a glowing maul.
The same one that the big dude was using?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Block like visibly flinches and shies away from the thing.
Mm-hmm. It is very obviously and very presently magical.
Yeah,
some way.
and it goes green, so... Yeah, like, aside from that, like, pretty much the only thing Locke is doing at the moment is clinging onto Cad and shivering profusely.
Alrighty. So, we go back.
Like, he's
you
got,
guys,
like, a cold sweat going.
you guys make it back and go back into Yukiege. Make it back home. Sort of welcomed as heroes. I'm assuming you go straight to probably either tavern or Alessandra.
What time of day is it?
It
Middle
is
of the
very
night?
late at night, but everyone heard the horn, so most of the town is awake.
Silver's breaking off to go to the tavern.
Well, I would be delivering Locke to his house. Would I see if Alessandra was up when I was dropping him off?
Yeah, she's up.
I know it's late, but could you take a quick minute and make sure that this thing isn't cursed or going to hurt us? And I gesture to the green glowing thing.
Whoa. Yeah, definitely. That's fine. Locke, are you okay?
I would wait until morning, but it's a matter of safety potentially, so sorry to impose.
No problem at all. Locke, are you okay?
Not really? Like, he's
He
still,
needs many
like,
hugs.
yeah, he's still shaking.
Do you climb down from Cat, or are you still...
I mean, I imagine I would have had to climb down for us to fit in the front door.
I mean, I can duck and crawl in like really, really low.
Yeah, and Locke climbed down before we went in.
Okay. Alessandra is going to hug you to comfort you.
Very tight returning the hug.
Yes. Fine. You're alright. Do you know anything about who that was?
No clue, just... they were after me. Go figure, huh?
That... Alright. Fine. Get some rest, okay? Just relax. You're safe and you're at home. Okay?
Right. Locke will head back upstairs and go down to sleep, and when he lies down, he actually, like, keeps his sickle in his hand right now, just, like, keeping it close to his chest all the time.
Alrighty.
Like, white-knuckle death grip holding the thing.
Alrighty.
If you have a nightmare, you might destroy your pillow.
Well,
Quite possibly. All right.
I
So
wouldn't be surprised if he had a few nightmares tonight.
Alessandra does a quick gesture to make use of identify on the green glowing mall. I not sure what precisely this is. This isn't some sort of weapon I've been known of myself, but this is very dangerous. It's cursed, but not in the way that most other weapons are cursed. It's not in any way alive or anything like that, like the crossbow was. And in the side to Fredrick's just sort of like sentient crossbow. What? Don't worry about that. It's not alive, but it is cursed. From what I can tell, it drains life force from people, both the wielder and the target. But it also has necromantic energy throughout it, so did you see it hurting who was using it?
It didn't appear to hurt him, did it?
Nope.
No.
Was there anything really strange about this person?
They appeared to be undead.
Okay. My best guess is that this maul drains life force from those who use it and those who are targeted with it. But then when the person that uses it is without any life force to give, the maul allows them to continue. So swinging with this maul is going to hurt you. And if swinging with this maul kills you, you will awaken undead. I would most certainly recommend putting this in your bag of holding with your cursed crossbow.
Yeah, that's probably the best idea for now.
There's subtle hint of fey magic among this thing. I don't know where it came from, but yeah, this is not something that you should be wielding and using.
That's why I thought it would be wise to double check before I did. Thank you.
Thank you for protecting Locke, keeping him safe.
Of course.
Alrighty. Young and Oak went with you to drop off Locke, and then I don't know where my other tokens. Oh, there they are. Oak is over here. Young went to the tavern with Silver. Okay, Silver.
She's just finding a table and just slumping down into it like, oh, it hurts so much.
What was with that guy? He didn't fight like any undead I've ever seen.
He's an undead fey thing.
Fey thing. What?
Yeah, I picked up 2 signatures off of. I'm a bit confused, but that's what happened. Didn't trust the amulet either, so I sat there and broke that, and now that's the rust.
When did you get anything interesting off of him?
Yeah, this bag that's slightly cold.
Slightly cold. What?
She holds up the bag. It is cold, and when I opened it, there was nothing in it.
Do you think it's like a bag of holding in some way? I mean, we have one of those.
Maybe. We can ask later, but I need a drink. I am hurting.
Right. I got it. And she actually orders a drink for you.
Yay.
All right. Okay.
And sleep.
Well, that was fun. And I think a nice, fun little closeout to this intended to be tense. I hope it was tense enough session. We see this image of the farm boy from before is sort of cowering in the corner of the tavern, and he's so you got him, right?
It turned to dust.
Thank goodness. And then fade to black. Well, that was fun.
Locke is so going to have nightmares from all that.
Oh, he will.
I cannot stress enough. That was literally his worst fear right there.
Oh, Locke is going to have several dreams. It's going to be great.
Oh, great. Is like next session going to revolve around that kind of shit?
Quite possibly. Alrighty. So, how about we do this time? This has been Shadows from Kenneth. And then next time from, I guess, Brian.
This has been Shadows of Gradiriel.
Join us next time when I presume, put our plans into motion for what was going to happen after we defended Yukiege and start looking into this Valana project that we talked about last time. And also, Locke is going. Ow! Fuck! No. Sorry, I just hit myself in the head with an empty thermos. And
Good
Locke is going to have to probably deal with all kinds of psychological shit in his dreams. I wouldn't be surprised if Vindsvept got involved. Been a while since we've heard from him.
Yep.
But yeah. That'd be a fun time.